Well, we're here, everybody. We're here after an epic journey to get to this game. It's had controversy, it's had delays, it's had all kinds of stories surrounding it. Poor old Sean Murray's probably aged about 15 years, but we're here. I got a copy early. I can't believe how lucky I am. You may want to watch the unboxing video just prior to this. I've been in this now for 3.5 hours, 4 hours. Okay, so what I've managed to do is feel around the basic feel of the game. This is a tip of an incredibly huge iceberg, this game. And before we go any further, I want to officially state that this game is delivering on every single promise so far. Okay, it's looking brilliant, it's playing fantastically, the graphics are amazing. I'm really suspicious that the world I landed on is procedurally generated. I have a sneaking suspicion that this was a sort of scripted starting planet, but essentially your ship's busted. It's a great tutorial setup where you've got to find all the different elements and all the different things in the surrounding area to fix up your stuff. So you've got your mining laser, we all know about this, it's like a constant beam, but I managed to upgrade that to an actual gun which you flip. Obviously the gun I think is better for enemies and the actual laser is better for mining obviously, but there's also a scanner, I think you already know about that, a life support, and a few other little things, including the jetpack that is coming as standard, and that's fucking brilliant and really handy for traversing the massive planets, because that's one thing that I've come up against is it's just bloody huge, and walking is, I wouldn't say laborious, but that jetpack saves your ass because there's massive caverns, there's all kinds of stuff. But I'm just showing you the menu. It's very Halo Destiny-esque rather. This is a save point that you get. There's various small pockets of development where there seems to be like abandoned buildings. These things act as save points. There's a lot of boxes carrying some interesting elements that you probably want to rifle through. It's got that Bethesda loot feel to it. Meets the Destiny loot with all the different elements, and you get shards and you get things that you combine and you make and you build, and you gradually run out of room and have to start getting rid of stuff that's a bit shit, and you're constantly on the lookout for rare element stuff to combine to make other different things. It's a lot to take on board, to be quite honest with you, but the core elements, everything's there. It's a great first-person shooter. Let's get that straight. It's smooth, the mechanics are great, the frame rate's great, the graphics are great. But what I'm really loving is these little nuances that are coming around. You know, there's these tiny little details that I'm beginning to notice, especially with the fauna, the wildlife. I mean, the differences in environment on this one planet and the differences in day and night. Straight away, I'm getting some parallels with stuff like The Witcher and Fallout, with some really incredible lighting effects that differentiate when it becomes day and night. So I'm just going to shut up a minute and just have a look at it. As you can see, there's quite a lot going on with animal identification, and there's also some story blockheads as well. There's particular quite important areas by the looks of it, and there is one right next to your ship. And I don't know if you remember those Steve Jackson books where you get this choice. There's these like branch out decisions that are being made, and some of them are quite big. I went to a monolith, I'll show you in a second, and one of them was quite a big decision. I don't think I made quite the correct one, but it's interesting. The languages stuff there is pretty early doors, as you can see. I learned the language for warp there, and this is so cool. You get to actually get them in the viewfinder, identify them, and you get some credits for doing that. So you're like a Galactic David Attenborough walking around identifying stuff. So I'm going to round up because I think I've said enough. I got to fix the ship, obviously. That doesn't take long. It took me about 2.5 hours to get that far. I got off the planet. That's one of the objectives. I was a bit gutted to see the back of that planet because, you know, God only knows what I was going to find next. Taking off and landing's really smooth. It's really good. There's no collision disasters when landing. It's almost automated once you get to a certain altitude. But yeah, warping is really cool. I don't know if you remember the video I did on the films, and you've got this Space Odyssey, wicked, like stars flashing past. It's brilliant. Fuel is also a factor. You've got your afterburning as you're coming in, not afterburning, that's the atmosphere, I beg your pardon, hitting the front of your fuselage as you're coming into the planet. So yeah, wow. I mean, this game is getting me so excited. I mean, if you think you were excited watching footage of it or excited looking at all the stuff around it before it came about, man, just sit down and have a couple of hours with it. I found this waypoint thing here on another planet, a toxic planet, my second planet, and it's like, right, okay, well, now there's some intelligent life here. I'm like, whoa. I just can't wait to go and see who it is. That's where I stopped to record. So just relax, everybody. It's brilliant, and I'm going to be doing an extremely detailed review of this. This could be one of my favourite games so far of the year. I mean, it could be of all time. I want it to be of all time. But yeah, No Man's Sky, wow, so much emotion here. It's like, you know, a blind date that ended up just working out amazing. Love at first sight. Check this out, guys.